The following portion of Kansas Strengthening Families is sponsored by St. Francis Ministries.
Welcome back here on Good Day Kansas. We continue today from Salina with St. Francis Ministries for our Strengthening Families series, talking about adolescent substance use today with Amy. She's an addiction counselor here at St. Francis Ministries. Amy, thanks for being with us today.
You're welcome. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, so just tell us a little bit about your role and what you kind of do on a day-to-day basis when it comes to adolescent substance use.
Okay, so on a day-to-day basis, I meet with kids, and they have all been diagnosed having the disease of addiction. And I want to say it's a disease. A lot of people forget that. So it's how you manage it. The opposite of addiction is connection. So forming those healthy connections is huge. And so part of what I do is I meet with them. I work with peer recovery coaches, which are huge, and they meet with them. And actually some of our kids are able to go to AA.
And some of these kids too have also had this in their family. Maybe their parents have an addiction or something like that. Does that play into this?
It does. Basically what I've learned with addiction is a lot of it's coping skills. So if your coping skills, you don't want to feel your feelings, you want to numb, and that's what your parents did, and that's what their parents did before them. It's that generational cycle. So if we can break that cycle, all my clients will tell you I'm really big in feel your feelings, identify them, you have to feel it to heal it.
And so tell us about what, as far as when these kids come and see you, what is that process like? What are they going through and how do you help them?
So initially when they come to see me, a lot of them are not thrilled to see me because they don't like the stigma of having addiction. So I try to help them understand it's a disease. If you had diabetes or cancer, you wouldn't feel that stigma necessarily. And so that's the first thing. Building trust is huge. A lot of my clients have no trust in adults in their life, and just that positive, healthy connection. I try to teach them how to manage their disease and the benefits of doing so and the consequences of not doing so.
And so from your perspective, what does it mean to you that whenever you see a child that is facing these addictions and stuff, and I know it's a constant kind of battle, right? But what is it like to see them make those steps and those strides?
It's huge, honestly, and for adults too. When I have an adult or a child that's my client and I see them finally decide they're worth healing, that is like the best feeling ever. I've been a nurse for 25 years and this is my favorite job. This is my favorite thing I've ever done as far as healing. And it's like, I would do it for free if I could afford to, if I won the lottery tomorrow, because I see these kids start to like themselves, and that's huge. If you can start to like yourself and know the feelings you feel, you have to feel it. Because if not, it's like a wound that gets infected, and if you don't clean it out, it's gonna stay in there and you're gonna have to do more and more to numb it. And so if we can work through it together, I just love it. I love everything about it.
It's amazing to think the impact that you've had on so many kids through the years. You can go to the website on the screen right now to find more about St. Francis Ministries. Thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
We have more on Good Day Kansas coming up next.